Probably only going to send this to friends, but just in case I don't make it private, Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea is a 4X game. So here you have the map, here you have the player board, and the way to win is typically tracked by victory points. It's not just, hey, I killed you, so I win, unless it's a two-player game. So the way you can win is by exploring. So here's some little tokens. The land ones are what triggers the end of the game. Once something triggers the end of the game, you finish that whole round where everybody does all their actions they can. You do one more, then the game is over, and you tally the victory points. So exploring means all these guys are flipped over and resolved. So every time you move to a new area that hasn't been found before, something new happens. So pretty cool there. The other option is to expand. So right here, all of your serfs and warriors, which I want to say you probably have like 8, I'm just guessing, and 6, but again, numbers may be off. After they're already put out, you've already bought all of them. And here you see these guys cost food. These guys cost food. You track your resources right here. There are food, mana, and ore. The other way that you can win is all 3 of your towers are in place. So you got these 3 towers right here. And you can't put them out until you have built up your main city high up enough. The cool thing about building all 3 tiers is they unlock little abilities for each thing, so it's pretty cool. You can build these buildings, which are represented by just putting a serf. Hopefully it's a serf that I grabbed. It wasn't, but whatever. You build it, but it doesn't matter, just to explain it. You put it there, now you've unlocked this ability, and it lets you have this hero out. Same thing, you build something here and you unlock this ability because you start with the first level of city, you've unlocked this hero, so it's pretty cool. And everybody's abilities are different with each faction. So we got the elves, we got the humans, which are getting painted, we got the orcs, which I'm just now realizing are not green by default. It's kind of funny. We got the dwarves here. So exploiting, putting out your towers, or sorry, expanding is, exploiting is killing somebody's capital city, which is pretty hard because you can have a bunch of people up there that get counted. This capital is basically blown up here. So it's a mini thing on the board and blown up here. The last way you can win is extermination, which is wiping it out. So when you wipe it out, in a 2-player game, you just win. But if you kill it, they're out of the game. They go to 0 victory points. And again, I explained the ways you can trigger the end. Once the end is triggered, you finish that round. Everybody does their actions, and then you take one more round. So that's basically the majority of the game. You start out here, you're going to travel around, you uncover some stuff. Once you end up leaving your walking around, so this is a serf, anywhere you see this icon like that, means you gather resources. If you control it, which means you have pieces there, you get 1 of it, and then for every space like that filled by a serf, you will get a bonus resource. So this would be 2 mana. This would be 1 ore if you controlled it, and if you have 2 serfs, 1 in each, that'd be 2, 3 ore. With these vessel things, they dock here. It's pretty cool. This is a air one. It's supposed to have a little stand, so it looks like it's flying, and it can basically fly over. Has a little bit more movement, and you can fit up to 2 in it. This makes it so you can't be OP and just stack a million. So 2 units can fly in their little army. They can go attack something. It's pretty nice for being able to attack somebody far away. This, I believe, is the water vessel, and they all have different ones. There's the elves, the humans are over there, and the orcs. So basically, hopefully that was 5 minutes or less. Combat, one last thing I'll say is when you come into contact with somebody else's piece, you go over here, you are the attacker, whoever initiates it, and what happens is you will have the opportunity to play a spell card. If it says combat, this says cast. I'm not going to find one fast enough, but basically it gives you an ability. So first the defender can play a magic card, then the attacker can, and then we are both going to pick a tactic card. Has a cost right here, 4 or 6 mana. You see all these things, and they're going to give you the attack value as well as, hey, if they play this, you get a bonus for this. Stuff like that. Notice this is free, so you can always have the free thing. There is a retreat, but one of these card counters retreat. It says nope, you can't retreat. So pretty cool. When you fight, you're going to add up all the sword shield things, their strength, and tally in any magic that you may have given you attack, as well as the value that would be shown on the tactics card. So I keep pulling not value, so 2, whatever it is. The loser says, okay, let me take, I lost, add up all of my sword and shields together, and divide it half, round up. I have to lose up to that. So if I had like 2 and 2, that'd be 1, 2, and then 2, 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 3. I could lose, if I have 2 of each, I'd have to lose 1 of these and 1 of these. You could say I want to lose 2 of these and 1 of these, but because you have to cover at least 3. But that's basically how it works. When they die, they come back down here. Otherwise, you can only have up to 5 in each area, and I have to confirm with the rules. I think you're allowed to have as many as you want in here, but I'm not sure. So this was 6 minutes or less.